Today is an exciting day for me. Many years ago, before YouTube was even a thing, I used to find my travel inspiration from watching TV travel shows. My favourite presenter of the day had travelled the world many times, and yet when asked about what her favourite destination was, her answer wasn't Paris or even the Maldives. It was a tiny island in the South Pacific, a place that most people had never even heard of. From that moment, I knew that I had to see it for myself. And I'm excited to say that today is that day. Kia ora from Muri Beach, Rarotonga. We've got an exciting day planned today. We are heading to one of our bucket list destinations, Aitutaki in the Cook Islands. We have a small plane flight, which is about an hour out to Aitutaki. So come exploring with us and see what we get up to.
The Cook Islands sit in the middle of the South Pacific, about a 6-hour flight from Sydney, Australia. In our last video, we explored the largest of the country's 15 islands, Rarotonga, where we joined a cultural celebration, browsed the famous Pananga Nui market, and were moved by the uplifting choirs in a Sunday morning church service. Today we're leaving Rarotonga and flying north to the lagoon paradise of Aitutaki. Flying is the only practical way to get there, with Air Rarotonga shuttling people back and forth several times a day in their little 34-seat planes. It's just a short hop, but as we approached Aitutaki and saw the vast turquoise lagoon beneath us, it almost felt like we'd arrived in another world. Oh, thank you. Kia ora. After collecting our luggage, our lovely hotel manager, Robin, drove us to our resort. The airstrip sits on the northern end of the island, so it was only a short drive to Aitutaki village. Though, in truth, everywhere on Aitutaki is just a short drive away. Look at those colours.
Doesn't it? It doesn't look real. It's amazing.
Oh, it's spacious.
Yeah, it's lovely. It smells nice.
Ah, it's got a floral smell. And the lagoon right beside us.
Kia ora.
Kia ora.
We're now in Aitutaki And it's a windy morning here in Aitutaki, as you can see. My hair's blowing everywhere. But the water behind us is absolutely beautiful. We're hoping to go for a swim today. We're going out on the lagoon in a big double-decker boat.
But it's very windy and overcast. Not what we hoped for when we came to Aitutaki. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers. You can't control the weather.
Can't control the weather, so you've got to make make the best of what we're given.
Yep. So hopefully it's still on, because this wind is pretty strong.
It is pretty strong, but I can see people on the boat already, so it looks like it's going ahead.
With Bishop's Cruises departing right beside our resort, it was finally time to set out across the dazzling turquoise waters of Aitutaki's lagoon. Something we'd been dreaming about for ages. Even under grey skies, the colours of the lagoon still took our breath away. This vast lagoon of blue and jade was once the crater of a massive volcano. Over millions of years it sank into the sea, leaving behind coral reefs and tiny islands, and today it's one of the most beautiful lagoons on Earth. It almost looks unreal, as if someone has photoshopped it and turned up the saturation. At the southern end of the lagoon, we made a short stop at the island of Akayami. Our first stop is an island called Akayami. And it used to be a seaplane stop.
It did, and you can see this black sort of spot behind us here. The wave just caught my feet. But that used to be a jetty, and the seaplanes used to come here. This was the only way that you could come, was by seaplane, and it ran for about 10 years. And you could stop here on the way to the Pacific Islands like Fiji and Tahiti. So they would stop here, and what a beautiful place to stop.
During the golden age of travel in the 1950s, Akayami was a glamorous stopover on the famous coral route between Auckland and Tahiti, where flying boats would land in the lagoon and passengers would step out onto this very beach.
You can stay here. There are huts on the island, and you have to come over by boat. Once you've flown over to Aitutaki, you then catch a boat and you can come and stay here for as long as you wish. But you catch your own fish and you live very remotely.
Just you and Wilson the coconut.
That's right, and lots of relaxation. It's beautiful.
Even on a cloudy day.
Even on a cloudy day. We haven't got the best weather, but if it still looks this good on a cloudy day, then imagine what it looks like on a beautiful sunny day.
We'll head straight to the snorkelling area and see if the snorkelling is good. If it's the current very strong, we're not doing any snorkelling. Okay?
Unfortunately, the currents were too strong to snorkel safely, so our crew wisely called it off and steered us towards Tava'e, better known as 1 Foot Island. There are lots of tales and legends about the name 1 Foot Island, but from the air the island actually does look like a foot. So that's the story I'm going with today. After watching the crew feed the friendly resident giant trevally, we jumped off the boat to explore this tiny island.
So it's pretty wild here today. It's not going to be snorkeling or swimming weather, but you can still see the beautiful blues and greens of the water. It's magnificent. I just think we're going to have to come back again. It's horrible, of course. So we've got to show it in its best light. So I think we'll just have to come back. But apparently this is the last day that they're going to be doing the boat cruise for the next 2 days, because it's going to get even rougher out here. So we're fortunate that we've even been able to come out today, because there'll be some disappointed people that won't be able to get out here. I can hear the ocean in my ears.
Funny that.
Coconut Coconuts can be used for many things, we decided. We can make good noises. Hang on. We can make good noises. It can be a bowl. It can be a bra. Earmuffs. A hat. I could be a bee. Fancy dress. A big booty.
One Foot Island is even home to a tiny post office, often called one of the most remote in the world. For just a few dollars you can get your passport stamped with this unique postmark, a fun keepsake that proves you made it all the way to this far-flung corner of paradise. And right there beside the post office, the crew dished up a laid-back island lunch of fish, fruit and salads. After lunch, with patches of blue sky finally breaking through the clouds, we decided to take a dip after all. And considering that this was the middle of winter in the Cook Islands, the water was surprisingly comfortable.
You can see it's pretty rough out there. Normally we snorkel out that way apparently, but not today.
Not today.
No snorkeling
Too rough
today.
on the edge of the reef there. Then, out of the blue, our curious Tava'e friend showed up again, circling us to see what these strange visitors were doing in his backyard. By now, a few more cruise boats had anchored off One Foot Island. We were lucky to have had it to ourselves for those first few hours, but with the afternoon pushing on towards 3 o'clock, it was time to weigh anchor and set course back to port. The crew proved they were multi-talented, serenading us all the way home. Time flew by, and before we knew it, we were cruising past our Aitutaki village resort and back onto the beach. Aitutaki may be a small island, but it's not quite small enough to walk everywhere. To really explore, you need some wheels. So after freshening up from our lagoon cruise, we called Kukiana Rentals. The lovely Anna swung by to pick us up and take us to collect our scooters. And let's just say her mode of transport was unconventional.
Just hooning along in the back of a van, sitting on a deck chair on the back of a little pickup truck. Can't say you could do this in Australia, but what fun are we having? My goodness, I feel like a kid again.
Yeah, we're straight off our lagoon cruise, straight onto this little van so we can be taken away to a scooter hire place. So we're going to hire a scooter to do some exploring in the island over the next couple of days. But yeah, this is really an adventurous way of... I did not expect this.
So much fun. Look kids, we're on the back of a truck. Don't do this at home.
No, not on deck chairs.
Yeah, don't do what we do.
After picking up our scooters, we headed to Aitutaki's main town, Rarotonga. But when I say town, I mean that in the loosest sense. It's really more of a village centre, with a small port, a couple of shops, a post office and the oldest church in the Cook Islands. And it also has a police station, which is where we needed to go to get our scooter licence.
So if you plan on hiring mopeds or scooters, as they call them, in Aitutaki, you can. You just need to have a driver's licence, a full driver's licence, and you come to the police station here, and for $2.50 you hand over your licence and you show them your licence, and they will give you a scooter licence. We highly recommend it, lots of fun. There's not many cars or bikes on the island, it's very safe. This is where they're renovating the marina. They're extending it, and it's where all their shipping comes in. But in a few years' time, it's going to look very different to this. This is what it looks like now. And we were just speaking to a local, and they said in another 10 years' time, it will not look like this, because they're developing the marina here at the moment so they can get bigger boats in and opening up the channel. So it's going to be very different here in another 10 years. But at the moment, this is the time to come because it's underdeveloped at the moment. It's really authentic, it's relaxing. It's just so cool. Like, you can ride around on little scooters, you can sit in the back of a truck on a fold-out chair and get a tour around the island. Like, it's just, I feel like I'm a kid again before all the rules came in. And I know rules are there for a reason, they keep us safe, but it's just nice to be able to experience that somewhere in the world like we used to as kids. Yeah, so do yourself a favour, come and visit the Cook Islands. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. This is my bike riding outfit. You like it? Matches my helmet. This is where we're going for dinner. Apparently it's been highly recommended, and it's supposed to have lots of good gluten-free options, and it's probably the nicest resort on the island. But we're not staying here because it's very expensive. But maybe one day we'll come back.
It's like a nice place to stay. Anyway, this is the restaurant.
So I've got the famous ikimata I'm going to try, and a poke ahi tuna. So we're going to give it a try. It's all tuna, yeah. Yum. It's lovely and fresh. Freshly cooked today. It's grilled wahoo, and I've got a big bit of fish. You've got a seaweed thing on the top. That must have gluten in it. And I've got the same. It's delicious. It hasn't got a real fishy taste, but it's really tasty.
Thank you.
I've got a coconut trio. Coconut gelato, coconut panna cotta, coconut creme brulee. And I love coconut, so yum.
So, which one looks the best?
Yummy, yummy and yummy.
Which one's the best?
I think I like the ice cream.
Oh, okay. I could have just got you a plate of ice cream.
I could have done.
I've got the chef's specialty, the lava cake. We'll open it up and see what it's like, eh? Chocolate and cherry. Beautiful.
My helmet head on already. Getting prepared. I'm walking just in case I trip and fall over. I'm walking back to my moped. But we just had a beautiful dinner. We had lots of local yummy fish, tuna, freshly caught tuna.
And the ikimata, which is the raw tuna cooked in coconut and lime. It's dark now. Can't see us anymore.
We had the ahi poke bowl, and we had lovely wahoo for dinner, fish.
Right. Oh.
We kicked off our final full day in Aitutaki with a hearty breakfast at Koru Cafe, right next to our resort, which, by the way, served up the best coffee we've had in the Cook Islands so far.
So we're checking out of Aitutaki village this morning. It's still a windy morning here.
It is.
And our lovely hostess Robin advised us the best time to come here is between November and April. So we've decided we're going to have to come back again to show it off in its best light, but we're going to make the best of the weather that we've been given.
Yeah, but today we are going to move resorts. We're over to Resort Tava'e on the other side of Aitutaki. So we'll see what the difference on that side of the island is to here. We're not on the lagoon, we're on the ocean side.
And we've got mopeds today, so we're going to cruise around the island and show you a little bit of what the island has to offer. So let's go roving and see what we get up to.
And hopefully we won't get blown off.
Yeah, no, it's pretty windy. I feel a little bit cool putting on a bike helmet, even if it is just a scooter. There's something about it makes you feel a little bit cool. I've got a bit of Top Gun. I'm probably more of a Top Gun rather than Top Gun. Images of Tom Cruise getting on his bike and zooming past the airstrip. So I'm going to do a bit of that today and see if I look as cool. So let me know in the comments if I pass the cool test.
Cruising around Aitutaki, we stumbled on Avatea Cafe, a laid-back little cafe tucked away on a quiet inland road. It's not beachfront, but the chilled vibe, friendly staff and amazing local food more than made up for it.
Whatever that tartare sauce is incredible. I don't know what it is, but wow. I want the recipe. It's that good. I'd love the recipe. I've got a top tip if coming here. Don't have breakfast first.
You're full.
I couldn't eat anything and I had a mouthful of the fish taco. It was absolutely divine. Do not have breakfast. Skip breakfast. Come here, have the fish tacos for lunch. Absolutely delicious.
They were beautiful.
And they have free Wi-Fi here too. Ooh,
Yeah.
we're blowing away. What's going on? All right, we better keep going. It's
All
a
right.
bit windy.
Okay, back on the bikes.
We may have gone back later just for their homemade pineapple pie. Honestly, that alone was worth the flight to Aitutaki.
Oh my goodness, we have just come around this corner on our bikes and I think I must have fallen off and hit my head because it looks like we've died and landed in paradise. Check out the water, the colour of this water. We have not photoshopped anything. This is how it looks in real life. It's absolutely incredible. Come and have a look. It's amazing. When the sun comes out, this is what we came for. Like, look at this. You've got this milky green and then it meets this aqua colour and then it just goes to this magnificent blue. Wow. I want to get to the resort now. Come on. Let's go, honey.
Resort Tava'e is one of Aitutaki's newer resorts, set right on the beachfront on the island's western side. Our room was light, airy and super comfortable, with plenty of space and even a handy kitchenette. All the rooms open directly onto the resort pool, but honestly, who needs a pool when just a few steps further takes you straight onto the beach? Lagoon activities are complimentary too, from snorkelling to kayaking or even paddleboarding, and with water this clear, you'll spot marine life without even getting wet. As the sun set, we headed down to the resort's beachfront restaurant and bar.
Oh, what a beautiful spot for a sunset. At last we've got our sunset.
The clouds have parted, the sun's come out, and it's setting beautifully.
What a beautiful one. Anyway, here's cheers.
Every Tuesday, Resort Tava'e hosts Island Night, a lively Cook Islands cultural celebration. We'd seen one in Rarotonga, full of drumming, dancing and a huge feast. Tonight was smaller, more intimate, but it promised to be just as joyous, and it definitely didn't disappoint.
Enjoying their holiday. They are running away from the grown children. They have young adults. So that's another one. Welcome to Aitutaki, Lydia and Chris. All right, it's dinner time, ladies and gentlemen.
As is tradition at Island Night, we were treated to a feast of fish, chicken, pork, root veggies and salads, plus locally caught crab, as fresh as it gets. Once our bellies were full, the drummers and dancers took to the stage, all within arm's reach, clearly having the time of their lives. I'm not sure if it was the Island Punch, but the dancers somehow convinced me to jump in and join them. I don't know if I passed the audition, but my knees definitely couldn't have kept it up all night.
Wherever you come from, when you leave, may God bless you always, and may you all have safe travels until you arrive home safely. Hope you take good memories, and we love you all very much. Thank you, everyone. Kia orana e kia manu.
Okay, so that wraps up our time here in Aitutaki. We've had a wonderful stay, albeit a bit too quick. We would probably recommend staying for a few more nights if you were coming.
Or a couple of months, maybe.
Yeah. You just start to get into the swing of things and then it's time to go home again. But,
it's such a relaxing place here. It's like a bygone era. It's like stepping back in time.
Very safe place.
Yeah, we talked to the policeman today. He said there's been 2 crimes all year.
Yeah, and they were for petty theft. It was nothing big at all. So, yeah, you feel very safe. It's lovely fresh food, very relaxing. Everyone's really friendly. It's just a beautiful place to come and visit. So sad to be going, but the good thing is we're going back to Rarotonga, so our holidays doesn't end now. It's going to continue, so we look forward to sharing that with you in the next episode. But if you like this episode, please hit a like and subscribe and leave a comment. Is this on your bucket list? Would you come to Aitutaki? Or have you been to Aitutaki? Would love to hear from you.
But come roving with us again in Rarotonga in our next episode. But for the moment, it's bye for now.
Bye-bye.